Medea stood in the palace that had belonged to her husband, stirring a cauldron of viridescent poison. Like the cursed waters of Circe's marshes after their toxic transformation, the bubbling liquid gurgled with a dreadful shriek, as if a fair maiden were on the verge of mutating into a monstrous beast. This ominous cacophony startled Medea awake. For one petrifying instant, she peered frantically into the seething depths, yet there was nothing but her own reflection. Pallid visage framed by tendrils of steam, eyes blazing like infernal flames. The tremulous vapors seemed to agitate not the bronze vessel, but the poison wielder herself. She felt as though she might take flight, but she won't. She's just a woman with both feet on the ground. Oh, what has I wrought? She was no stranger to the jaws of brutality. In her springtime balloon, she first plucked the golden fleece with her own hand in her husband's name, a theft that stained the earth with scorching blood. Yet her vilest sin lay coiled deeper. She lured her brother to the temple, where his lifeblood spattered her hem and painted the shore in crimson. Fratricide and treachery were but appetizers. The bronze giant Talus himself crumbled into the waves at her cursed incantations. Toes and clumps and dirges in the mire, coaches her natal soil lay torn asunder like a god-forsaken parchment, its fragments scattered to the wind, and no pus could stitch it whole again. Oh Hecate, what spirit lured me onto these paths, light as a dove's wing, yet weighted as Atlas' burden? She recalled the day the Argo first drifted to her homeland shores. On that down, she had forsaken her vigil at the temple, a sacrilege veiled in fate. Distant horns pierced the stagnant air of the palace, bursting forth into fantasies that dare dance only in midnight reveries. Though the ship's sail furled, the tempest within her breast would know no calm. Whispers rippled through the crowd, "Behold the heroes of Hellas!" In her soul the maiden Medea wrote, "Would that I might board that vessel of destiny! Would that these hands might grip its oaken hem! See those oars, countless as stars, yet none carved for my grasp! Though I kneel daily at the goddess' altars, no songs shall bear my name across the wine-dark seas. By the face threads, I swear I will seize glory to rival these golden men and claim the throne the cosmos owes my spirit." Then I beheld my lord. She recalled moonlit vows sworn on Poseidon's trident and those thunderbolts. Secret strategies woven darker than Arachne's webs, mortal pacts sealed with blood-smeared hands. While Artemis whispered prophecies of love's torment to her silver ball, Medea raced through cypress groves, her laughter freer than Zephyr's breath. What madness gripped me then? I thought myself wed to a hero, yet it was my own flesh I sacrificed upon the altar. The cauldron's withered roses blazed with Aphrodite's scorn. He who swore eternal fealty when she fled to his arms, his eyes aflame as if clutching Hades' stolen bride. Ace, and so he was. Did she not plan dragon teeth at his command? Wrest the fleece from sleepless serpents? Melt Talos' bronze limbs with enchanted herbs? Now that golden man could cast her forth like yesterday's libations, leaving mother and babies to starve upon Corinne stones. Fury kindled hotter than her Hephaestus forge. Medea's voice seared the air. "Go, bear this radiant pebbles to my lord's new bride, gifted with honeyed words as we gifted his uncle's corpse to the gods. Oh, Euripides, your tongue dripped nectar and gold. Women purchase husbands with dollars heavier than Apollo's ransom, only to kneel as slaves at their swords. Tell me, how does one judge such a bargain? Does Hellas braid a veil clock a demigod or a cyclops? Even Delphi moralist croak, divorce stains a woman's honor, yet men may cast wives aside like cracked ivory. We deal in gilded cages, forever one heartbeat from ruin. While men mocked us, you burst warriors but cannot wear spears. Oh, but when a woman does these arrows glory, does the laurel crown her brow, or her father's tomb, her husband's shield, her son's empty boasts? In all Hades' inventions, marriage rings at the slightest torment. Its brilliance lies in letting you glimpse the chains, yet leaving your wrists too bound to break them. Jason, my gilded poison clock. The chew struck like a lyre's dissonant chord. To doom him was to strike through shadows crowned, no longer wife nor daughter, shackles shed. Maiden virtue slithered off like shed snakes in. Medea hissed, "Evil, my hand never quakes. When Lord lacks such resolve, perhaps I wear the furrows of greatness among infamy's embrace, for darkness is glory's shadow lover. Kings fear not sin, but blood beneath their nails. Night whispers to walls, their own shades betrayal. I scorn such pretense. My fear, their vengeance leave me homeless as Theseus' ghosts, my foes still breathing. Death's bell tolled, wails pierced, king and princess dead." She noted, one viper crushed, but the next patriarch, the time-eroding worm, remains unscathed. A dead wife? She already knew. Some starry-eyed fool shall bleed for his ambitions, while he harvests her soul in corruption, as he reaped mine. How to destroy a man, not flesh, but gut his soul's pillars, leave him less than Oedipus in dust. Medea froze, or word flashed. Meteor over barren plains, illuminating wolf dens, harpy nests, breath light, eternal dread. Air, she mumbled in a crumbling voice, "My child." Oh, ambrosial light, child eyes holding down's first nectar, honey hues born of ears brush, yet deeper than lizards' forgotten pools. She remembered their cheeks, rosy as Aphrodite's blooms, their pallid fingers clutching hers in that primal grip. The birthing chamber, crueler than any battlefield, where through sweat and blood she gleams their fragile forms. From that moment, the ceremony began, yet this somber bore no mark of nature's hand. A child belongs not to his mother. These choose hands heavier than Delphi's prophecies. Though they share one body for 10 lunar cycles, though his first cry pierced her soul before the midwife's ears, though the milk he suckled flowed from her transmuted blood, he was fated for his father's lineage, that man who neither bled nor wept nor truly saw him. As the boy grew, the mother once Demeter cradling Persephone faded into frescoes peering at the ages. They metamorphosed into the indispensable yet ungrateful linking the unbroken chain of father to son. Medea's fingers traced the bone-pale blade, Jason's forgotten sword. All adorned by jewels of ambition, its austerity has condemned it to abandonment. First, she stared at its blankness, then she found herself locking the deal with her own reflection upon the steel. From tremulous thought to harrowed resolve, she gripped the hilt. "Children, do not curse your mother's cruelty. Even lionesses stab their cubs when wildfire licks the horizon. Better to purge this tragedy in one clean stroke than stretch firewall into endless humiliation. Then watch you grovel as stranger slaves, your breast measured by enemies' wings. Let my remaining years be your mourning shroud." Her grip tightened, the iron teeth beat deep into her palms, blood blooming slow and unnoticed. "My darlings, blame not me. Blame this iron age when mothers cannot clean their young, when cleaning them means losing them strides over." Clouds shrouded Apollo's sun chariot. The gods averted their gaze from tragedy spawned by their own caprice. Medea stood once more at the palace beating heart. Tears cascaded, a newborn ocean of anguish. The blade lay solid in dust, mother's blood entwined with child's, a river of hate, surging backwards through time, yearning to undo the Moirai weave. A golden arrow split the heavens, arrow's shaft, Hera's smirk, etched in its gleam, as divine vengeance aimed at her maiden self. Medea snatched the boy mid-flight. Memories shattered like Orpheus' lyre. Windless now, she felt her bones dissolve into girlhood. Father's rose shaking cold chin's walls. Sister's muffled weeping hung scenting fair. The altars froze searing her knees. Unbidden, the hymns of her virgin days spilled forth, and there, shimmering like Styx mist, Hecate's face emerged, long forsaken since Medea traded priest's wool for Lyre's bed. Across eons, their eyes met. Hecate's will creaked aloft, maiden, mother, crow. Each face a shard of Medea's splintered soul. How far she'd wandered, not from Colchi's shores or sacred diadems, but from her only sins, buried beneath a lifetime of barred skins. She reached into the void, clasping hands with her forsaken self. This lightness was no illusion. Medea ascended, A golden carriage sounded rode near, wheeled forged by her grandfather Helios' flames. These exodus bore no bridal veils or coward flies. This path was her alone to carve. Below, Jesus' wheels rose, a moss-eaten kitten now fluttering in her wake. Medea did not look back. She soared, rings of destiny clenched, vanishing where mortals dare not tread, into the midst of stars where monsters and goddesses